आतिश है बेटा, प्रेजेंट करना शुरू करो, हम लोग टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करते हैं।
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, my screen is visible.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Topic solar system. The 8 planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. What is the mean by the solar system? The sun, 8 planets, satellites, and some other celestial bodies known as asteroids and meteoroids from the system, solar system. The Mercury and the Venus. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. As such, it circles the sun faster than all the other planets. Its orbit around the sun takes 87.97 Earth days, the shortest of all the planets in the solar system. Venus is the second planet from the sun, as the second brightest natural object in the night sky after the moon. Our rotation period of Venus is 243 Earth days. Venus does not have any moon. The Earth and the Mars. Earth is the third planet from the Sun, and about 29% of Earth's surface is land, and the remaining 71% is covered with the water. That's why it is called a blue planet. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun and the second smallest planet in the solar system. Mars carries the name of the Roman god of war and is often referred to as the Red Planet. Jupiter and the Saturn. Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun and the largest planet in the solar system. It is a gas giant with a mass 1000 and that the Sun. Jupiter is one of the brightest objects visible to the naked eye in night sky. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun and the second largest planet in the solar system after Jupiter. It is a gas giant with an average radius of about 9 times that of Earth. The Uranus and the Neptune. Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun. It has the largest planetary radius and fourth largest planetary mass in the solar system. Its orbit period is 84 Earth years. It has the coldest planetary atmosphere in the solar system. Neptune is the eighth and the farthest known solar system from the Sun in the solar system. It is the largest, fourth largest planet by diameter, the third most massive planet. It is 17 times the mass of Earth. Its orbital period is 165 Earth years. Thank you, and Sairam to all made by Atisha.
Yes, Atisha, time for your oral test. Which is planet number 3 from the sun? Third planet.
Earth, Earth,
Okay. Where is asteroid belt between which planets?
Mars and Jupiter,
Name any one constellation.
Big Bear,
Okay. Which star will you use to find the north direction?
Pole Star,
Okay, ठीक है बेटा. All right. Next, Ashika. Ashika is in the meeting. ठीक है. Hardik. Okay. Pratyush. यस प्रत्युष में बेटा प्रेजेंट करो. यस प्रत्युष में एनी प्रॉब्लम? प्रत्युष में आई कांट हियर यू.
मैम
तुम्हें
मेरी
प्रेजेंट करना है.
मैम मेरी पीपीटी रेडी नहीं है।
क्या है
मैम वो कह रहा है रेडी नहीं है पीपी।
बेटा? रेडी नहीं है तो 0 दे दूंगी मैं. इसमें कोई सेकंड चांस किसी को भी नहीं मिल रहा है. तुम्हारे नाम के आगे मैंने 0 लिख दिया है. अगर तुम आज प्रेजेंट कर दोगे तो ठीक है, नहीं तो मैं तुम्हें 0 दे दूंगी. ओके. युवराज.
मैम वो नहीं, मैम एब्सेंट।
इज युवराज इन द मीटिंग? युवराज भी नहीं है. रानी बेटा तुम्हें उस दिन प्रेजेंट करना था, प्रेजेंट करो.
Yes, ma'am. Presentation start now, है ना?
रानी के बाद सूर्यांश तैयार रहना अपनी पीपीटी
ओके
के
मैम।
साथ. ठीक है ठीक है.
रुको बिरो আহিব ওলাইছে নাই
Yes, ma'am. मैम खुद लो नहीं बोला है. मैम स्क्रीन दिख
बेटा
रहा है क्या
मीटिंग
मेरा?
से बाहर निकलो और जहां पर आपका, हाँ बेटा दिख रहा है आपका स्क्रीन. आप मीटिंग से बाहर निकलो, जहां पर आपका पीपीटी है उस फाइल को खोलो. यस. अब इसमें ना जो सबसे बीच में ऑप्शन है ना स्लाइड शो का, उसको सिलेक्ट कर लो तो स्लाइड शो चल जाएगा. यस वेरी गुड. ठीक है कंटिन्यू करो.
ओम श्री साई राम. Why forests are important? What is forest? Forests are natural habitat of wildlife. Forests are called as the lungs of the earth. Forests are made up of trees, shrubs, grass and herbs, and much more. Function: plants release oxygen that we breathe and take carbon dioxide. Control soil erosion. Trees are cool our home and cities. Use of forest. Forest give us wood, medicine, honey, furniture, food, shelter, and rubber, oxygen, and many more. Shape 3. Do not cut trees, plant more trees. Thank you.
यस रानी. बेटा ये कौन से चैप्टर में से बनाया आपने सोशल साइंस के?
मैम चैप्टर 8
चैप्टर
मैम
8
मैम 8 तो अभी करवा ही नहीं।
नहीं, वो ठीक है, उसने बना लिया, कोई बात नहीं। ठीक है रानी, मुझे बताओ, एनी टू टाइप ऑफ मेडिसिन दैट यू गेट फ्रॉम फॉरेस्ट?
नीम, तुलसी and mint.
Okay. And what are the two types of forest found in India? Any two type? So name any two famous forest tree in India.
Green forest.
बेटा वो तो ठीक है, मैंने पूछा कि फॉरेस्ट के अंदर कौन से पॉपुलर ट्री होते हैं इंडिया में। एनी टू, बहुत सारे ट्रीज हैं फॉरेस्ट के, इंडिया के फॉरेस्ट में जो बहुत यूजफुल हैं। कोई से भी दो का नाम बताइए।
साल और ट्री.
ठीक है, ओके। यस सूर्यांश, शुरू करो।
यस मैम। मैम ये पीपीटी आपको जीमेल करना है।
हाँ बेटा, जब हो जाए उसके बाद जीमेल कर देना।
ओके मैम।
बेटा अभी जो बात चल रही है ना, पहले उस पे करने दो काम। जब भेजना होगा मैं बता दूंगी आपको।
सायराम टू ऑल। सूर्यांश श्रीवास्तव presented by Surya Srivastav. The Earth in the solar system. Celestial bodies. The sun, the moon, and all those objects shining in the night sky are called celestial bodies. Star. A celestial body which is very big and hot. Constellations. Various patterns formed by the different groups of stars. Example Ursa Major or Big Bear. North Star, also known as Pole Star, it is used to find north. The solar system. The moon. Our Earth has only one satellite, that is Moon, with a diameter of about 2,159 miles, 3,475 kilometers, is bigger than Pluto. The Moon moves around the Earth in about 27 days. It takes exactly the same time to complete one spin. As a result, only one side of Moon is visible to us on the Earth. Asteroids. Apart from the stars, planets and satellites, there are numerous tiny bodies which also move around the Sun. These bodies are called asteroids. They are found between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Scientists are of the view that asteroids are parts of a planet which exploded many years back. Meteorites. Meteoroids are objects in space that range in size from dust grains to small asteroids. Think of them as space rock. When meteoroids enter Earth's atmosphere or that of another planet like Mars at high speed and burn up, the fireballs or shooting stars are called meteoroids. Galaxy. Milky Way galaxy. It is a cluster of millions of stars. Our solar system is a part of this galaxy. A galaxy is a huge system of billions of stars and clouds of dust and gases. There are millions of such galaxies that make the universe. A galaxy is held together by gravity. A galaxy, the Milky Way, also a supermassive black hole in the middle. When you look up at stars in the night sky, you are seeing other stars in the Milky Way. Saraman, thank you. This presentation is made by Suryan Srivastav.
ओके, यस सूर्यांश, यस। बताओ मुझे व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन एस्टेरॉइड एंड मीटियोरॉइड?
Ma'am, asteroids is bigger than meteoroids.
पक्का?
Yes, ma'am.
चलो ठीक है, ओके। एंड पीछे से कहीं से डिस्टर्बेंस आ रहा है बेटा, जस्ट टेक केयर ऑफ दैट। यस, एंड which is the planet closest to the sun?
Mars.
Which planet has the most number of moons? सबसे ज्यादा moons किस planet के पास है?
Ma'am, Jupiter.
Which is the planet which has rings?
Ma'am, Saturn.
Which is the smallest planet?
Ma'am, Mars.
ठीक है, ओके। नेक्स्ट विल बी देवेंद्र।
Absent, ma'am.
Absent, ma'am. Absent, ma'am.
ठीक है,
Absent,
पुरुषोत्तम।
ma'am.
Absent, ma'am.
ठीक ठीक है। अल्फेज।
Absent, ma'am.
Absent, ma'am.
अल्फेज आया था
मैम
मीटिंग
आ गया,
में।
ज्वाइन कर गया।
मैम ज्वाइन हो गया।
अल्फेज बेटा प्रेजेंट करो।
मैम उसमें लेफ्ट कर दिया।
मैम लेफ्ट हो गया। मैम ज्वाइंड है। हाँ, अब लेफ्ट हो गया। मैम लेफ्ट हो गया।
बेटा मुझे दिख रहा है, मुझे दिख रहा है, अगर वो फिर से ज्वाइन करता है तो मुझे बताना। यहाँ पर और देवांश।
ओके मैम।
मैम मैंने आपको पीपीटी सेंड कर दिया।
ओके बेटा, वेरी गुड। यस देवांश, स्टार्ट योर प्रेजेंटेशन। कि देवांश भी मीटिंग लेफ्ट कर, कोई बात नहीं, हिल कम बैक, हिल कम बैक।
क्यों किया था मैंने?
नेटवर्क इशू होगा। यस देवांश, प्रेजेंट करो।
Is my screen visible?
यस बेटा, योर स्क्रीन इज विजिबल। देवांश के बाद अनुष्का रेडी रहना। अनुष्का रेडी रहना देवांश के बाद। यस देवांश,
ओके मैम।
प्रेजेंट करो।
मैम वो हाइट दबा रहा था, उसने गलती से स्टॉप शेयरिंग दबा दिया।
कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, गलती हो जाती है।
मैम वो गलती से हाइट की जगह स्टॉप शेयरिंग हो गया।
कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं। हिमांशु तुम नेक्स्ट क्लास में प्रेजेंट कर देना, कोई बात नहीं।
यस मैम।
हाँ देवांश, तुम प्रेजेंट करो।
Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Harappan civilization, presented by Devansh Trivedi. The story of Harappa. Very often, old buildings have a story to tell. Nearly 150 years ago, when railway lines were being laid down for the first time in the Punjab, engineers stumbled upon the site of Harappa in present-day Pakistan. To them, it seemed like a mound that was a rich source of ready-made high-quality bricks, so they carried off thousands of brick from the wall of the old buildings of the city to build railway lines. Many buildings were completely destroyed. Then, about 80 years ago, archaeologists found the site and realized that this was one of the oldest cities in the subcontinent, as this was the first city to be discovered. All other sites from were similar buildings and another things were found were described as Harappan. These cities developed about 4,700 years ago. The Indus Valley Civilization was a Bronze Age civilization in the northwestern region of South Asia, lasting from 3300 BCE to 1300 BCE, and in its mature form from 2600 BCE to 1900 BCE, together with ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. It was one of the three early civilizations of the Near East and South Asia, and of the three, the most widespread site spanning an area stretching from the northeast of Afghanistan through much of Pakistan and into western and northwestern India. It flourished in the basins of the Indus River, which flows through the length of Pakistan and along a system of perennial, mostly monsoon-fed rivers that once coursed in the vicinity. The seasonal the seasonal Ghaggar-Hakra River in northwest India and eastern Pakistan. Harappa. Some pictures of Harappan civilization that they could be look like. Some potteries and some graveyard potteries of Harappa, some seals of Harappan civilizations, and ornaments. The sewage system of the Harappan's houses. Duration of civilization. The Indus Valley Civilization is often separated into three phases: the early Harappan phase from 3300 to 2600 BCE, the mature Harappan phase from 2600 to 1900 BCE, and the late Harappan phase from 1900 to 1300 BCE. Citadel. A citadel is the core fortified area of a town or city. It may be a castle, fortress, or fortified center. The term diminutive of city and thus means little city, so called because its smaller part of the city of which it is defensive core. Some of the oldest known structures which have served as citadels were built the Indus Valley Civilization. The citadels presented a centralized Authority. Citadel in Indus Valley were almost 12 meters tall. The purpose of these structures, however, remains debate, debated, though the structures were found in the ruins of Mohenjo-daro were walled. It was far from clear that these structures were defensive against enemy attacks; rather, they may have been built to divert floodwaters. Some pictures of citadel. The Great Bath. The Great Bath is part of a large citadel complex that was found in the 1920s during excavation of Mohenjo-daro, one of the main centers of the Indus civilization. The bath is built of fine brickwork and measures 897 square feet or 83 square meters. It is 8 feet or 2.5 meters lower than the surrounding pavement. The floor consistent two skins sawed bricks and on edges in gypsum mortar with a layer of bitumen sealer sandwiched between the skins. Water, evidently supplied by a large well in an adjacent room, and an outlet in the corner of the bath led to a high corbelled drain that disgorged on the west side of the mound. The bath was reached by flights of steps and either end, originally finished with timbered treads set in the bitumen. The significance of the structure is unknown, but it was generally thought to be linked with some sort of ritual bathing. Indeed, while lacking impressive palaces or monuments, Mohenjo-daro featured numerous baths, most homes and washrooms, and an extensive sewage system, suggesting that a priority was placed on cleanliness and sanitation. Great Bath. The Great Bath can be look like this. The 3D structure of Great Bath, and last is the plan of the Great Bath. Thank you.
Okay, Devansh, tell me just answers quickly. Where was the citadel found? Which city? Any one city.
Yes, ma'am.
Any one city where the citadel was found.
Ma'am, Harappa
Where is the Great Bath located?
in Mohenjo-daro.
Do we know the language that Harappans used?
No, ma'am.
Where is Harappa located? India or Pakistan?
Pakistan.
Okay, fine. ठीक है. Yes. Next मैंने कहा था अनुष्का. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
2
बेटा
minutes.
present.
Motions of the Earth. The Earth moves in two different ways: rotation, revolution. Rotation. The Earth rotates on its own axis. Its axis is an imaginary line between the North Pole and South Pole. The axis is tilted. The Earth takes 24 hours to complete a full circle, 1036 miles per hour. The effects of rotation on the Earth. Day and night. As the Earth rotates on its axis, half of the Earth faces the Sun and half of the Earth faces away from the Sun.
The half of the Earth that faces the Sun will experience day, while the half of the Earth that faces away from the Sun will experience night. Image of day and night. High and low tide. High and low tide is a result of the gravitational pull between the Sun and the Moon. When the Earth rotates, the Sun and the Moon pulls it. However, one of the forces is usually stronger than the other. Hence, we will experience high and low tide. Image of high and low tide. Wind speed and direction. Wind on the Earth comes from the north, south, east, and west direction. As the Earth rotates on its axis, different places will get stronger surge of wind as a result of the speed of the rotation. Image of wind speed and direction. Revolution. The Earth revolves around the Sun. The Earth takes 365.14 days to complete the revolution, is equal to a year. Earth revolves around the Sun in a slightly eccentric orbit once a year. The speed of Earth's revolution is about 18 miles per hour. The effects of revolution on the Earth. Three factors cause the seasons. The revolution of the Earth around the Sun, the tilt of the Earth's axis of rotation is fixed to the plane of the ecliptic, the tilt of the Earth's axis remains constant. Revolution causes the four characteristic positions of the Earth: summer and winter solstices and spring and autumn equinoxes, the seasons of the year. Solstices and equinoxes. Solstice, one of 2 days in the year when the sun is at its highest or lowest point in the sky at noon 12 p.m. Equinox, one of 2 days in the year when day and night are the same length of time. Summer solstice. Summer solstice marks the beginning of summer on June 21 or 22. June 21 is the longest day when it is summer in the northern hemisphere. It will be winter in the southern hemisphere and the sun is directly over the Tropic of Cancer. Winter solstice. Winter solstice marks the beginning of winter on December 21 or 22. December 21 is the shortest day. When it is winter in the northern hemisphere, it will be summer in the southern hemisphere and the sun is directly over the Tropic of Capricorn. Spring equinox. Spring equinox marks the beginning of spring on March 21 or 22. When it is spring in the northern hemisphere, it will be autumn in the southern hemisphere and the sun is directly over the equator. Autumn equinox. Autumn equinox marks the beginning of autumn on September 22 or 23. When it is autumn in the northern hemisphere, it will be spring in the southern hemisphere and the sun is directly over the equator. Earth seasons. Varying length of day and night. The effects of revolution causes varying length of day and night. In December, the sun is directly over the Tropic of Capricorn. Therefore, there will be shorter days and longer nights. In June, the sun is directly over the Tropic of Cancer. Therefore, there will be longer days and shorter nights. During the seasons, temperature changes depend on angle at which the sun rays hit the earth. Thank you. Created by Nishta Bhargava. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Anushka. When will I have the longest day in the northern hemisphere? Which month? When will I have the longest day in the northern hemisphere?
March 21 and September 23rd.
Okay. When will the day and night will be equal in northern hemisphere?
On equinox.
When is equinox? Can you tell me the month?
On 21st March and September 23rd.
देवांशी माइक पे रखो अपना.
Ma'am, 21st March and September 23rd.
तुमसे देवांशी तुम्हारा माइक म्यूट रहना चाहिए, तो क्लास से बाहर निकाल दिया होगी। यस अनुष्का, बैक टू यू।
Ma'am, equinox is on 21st March and September 23rd.
ठीक है, एंड आई थिंक दैट्स ऑल। ठीक है, फाइन, योर प्रेजेंटेशन वाज क्वाइट डिटेल्ड एनीवे।
Thank you.
ओके बेटा, अब इस क्लास में अभी जितने लोग प्रेजेंट हैं उसमें केवल आरुष का बचा है, तो आरुष प्रेजेंट करो।
Yes, ma'am.
मैम मेरा बचा है।
कौन? हिमांशु। बेटा तुम्हें बोला ना
मैम,
मैंने, नेक्स्ट क्लास में प्रेजेंट करोगे, तुम्ही ने तो कहा तुम्हारे पास पीपीटी नहीं है।
यस मैम, मैं कल बता दूंगा।
कल नहीं, जब अगली क्लास होगी तब।
मैम स्क्रीन दिख
यस
रही
मैम,
है?
यस मैम।
यस बेटा, दिख रहा है तुम्हारा स्क्रीन।
Om Shri Sairam, made by Ayushman, class 6th. This PowerPoint presentation of geography. Major domains of the Earth.
आरुष बेटा, इसके बाद
Atmosphere.
स्लाइड शो शुरू करो, स्लाइड शो शुरू करो। नीचे के साइड में जाओगे तो 3 ऑप्शन है जूम के पास, उस, हाँ ठीक है, स्लाइड शो शुरू कर दो।
Yes, ma'am. Om Shri Sairam, made by. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, 1 minute. Om Shri Sairam, made by Ayushman. Major domains of the Earth: atmosphere, lithosphere, biosphere, and hydrosphere. Globe, layers of the atmosphere: exosphere, thermosphere, mesosphere, stratosphere, troposphere. Atmosphere, it is the domain which is divided into parts, and the major parts are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. Definition of atmosphere: Earth is surrounded by a thick layer of gases is called atmosphere. Troposphere, the gases found in the troposphere make up the air that we breathe. Therefore, life exists in this layer. Clouds occur here, and it is where most of the weather occurs. Planes are usually fly in layer of thermosphere. In fact, some mountain like Alps extend in the layer. This layer is situated about 0 to 16 kilometers to land level. Stratosphere. The air in this layer is very dry and still. The ozone layer, which reflects UV rays, lies here. Ozone layer. This is the thin band running across the stratosphere contains ozone layer, which reflects the UV rays, cause skin cancer. This layer is 16 to 50 kilometers to land region. Mesosphere. The top of mesosphere is coldest place of the Earth's atmosphere, with temperature of 143 degrees Celsius and minus 226 Fahrenheit. Layer of gases are thick here, enough to reduce speed of meteorites and burn them. Meteors. These are small bits of matter from outer space burn up while entering in Earth's atmosphere. These are also called shooting stars. This layer is Earth's atmosphere is situated 50 to 80 kilometers from land level. Thermosphere. Unlike in other layers of the Earth, temperature here increases. When go higher in atmosphere, here temperature is about 2000 Celsius. Satellites of India and the world for TV transmission, etc. are here. Aurora bright lights are appear here. This layer is situated 80 to 600 kilometers from land level. Exosphere. This is the highest layer of the outermost of Earth's atmosphere. There is very thin air. Our planet is very high. It is impossible to get here. It is 600 to 10,000 kilometers high from Earth land level. Domain second domain lithosphere. Lithosphere. This domain is made up of land, rock, soil, lava in deep inside and divided in tectonic plates. Crust. The Earth's outer layer is thinnest, which is made of rocks. In fact, this is the layer which is divided in tectonic plates. Mantle. This layer is semi-solid. Rocks are melt here. Temperature reaches about 3000 Celsius. This layer is situated 3500 to 6000 kilometers from inner core of the Earth. Next, hydrosphere. Uh, This is the domain which only covered with water. Over 71% of the Earth covered with water. That is why Earth is called blue planet. There is only 29% of land. There is 5 major oceans in the Earth. They are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean and Atlantic Ocean on Earth. The 97 ocean, which is too salty, 3% of the water found in rivers and glaciers, which is able to drink. Biosphere. This is a narrow
Arush, your mic is mute.
आरुष बेटा your mic is on mute. ठीक है चलो कोई बात नहीं, मैं समझ गई what you mean to say. ठीक है, mic unmute करो, get ready for your oral test. So which is the layer of... Yes बेटा ठीक है. Which layer of atmosphere has ozone layer, ozone protective layer? Yes आरुष. बेटा मेरी आवाज आ रही है आरुष? Stop your presentation, come back here, give your oral test.
मैम उसका माइक खुला है पर आवाज बहुत थोड़ी थोड़ी आ रही है।
बेटा मुझे तो बिल्कुल भी आवाज नहीं आ रही है। यस आरुष
जा रही है।
बाकी सब चुप रहो, मैं आरुष से बात कर रही हूँ। हाँ आरुष बेटा माइक अनम्यूट करो। आरुष बेटा माइक अनम्यूट करो। प्रेजेंटेशन खत्म करो, स्टॉप योर प्रेजेंटेशन। यस मेरी आवाज आ रही है? माइक अनम्यूट करिए।
मैम वो धीरे से कह रहा है कि मैं आपकी
आवाज बहुत धीरे आ रही
बेटा मुझे तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं आ रही है। ठीक है आरुष कोई बात नहीं, तुम्हारा ओरल टेस्ट मैं नेक्स्ट क्लास में ले लूंगी। ओके आई थिंक तुम्हारे पास कोई टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम है, तुम्हारी आवाज नहीं आ रही है मुझे। यस प्रत्युष्म तुम कुछ कहना चाहते थे?
नो मैम।
तुम्हारा बीच में रेज हैंड हुआ बहुत बार। अगर प्रेजेंट करना चाहते हो तो अगली क्लास में तैयार करके आ जाना, मैं तुम्हें एक मौका और दे दूंगी। ठीक है सो दैट विल बी ऑल। और हम लोग अगली क्लास में इस एक्टिविटी को बस खत्म कर देंगे। एक आरुष का टेस्ट बचा है और कुछ लोग जिन लोगों ने प्रेजेंट नहीं करा है वो लोग बचे हैं. ऑल ऑफ यू स्टे सेफ, हैव फन. आई विल मीट यू.
Ma'am.
बाय बाय. साई राम.
Sharma ma'am, thank you ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye,
थैंक
ma'am.
यू. बाय बाय. साई राम.